Good morning and welcome to day 5 of our Carnival Vista Caribbean cruise. We're so excited to share today with you. We are in Belize and we are doing the cave tubing and lunch excursion.
We are so excited. First, we gotta run upstairs to the Lido and get some breakfast.
Yes, and then we're heading over to the Liquid Lounge and we'll be off on our excursion. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. It looks like the Carnival Pride is here today as well. The sun's come up and we have to head over to the Liquid Lounge to jump on our excursion.
The following tour that is lining up now, so you'll look at the top of your ticket, is Zantinich Mayan Ruins.
That was quick.
Quick, yeah, you gotta pay attention or you miss out.
There are a couple other ships here in Belize today. We've got the Norwegian Joy over there. We actually took the Norwegian Joy to Alaska, and we've also got the Carnival Pride. Now our tender boat is actually quite large, and I even got to come stand out at the front and enjoy the views. It's about a 20-minute ride into Belize City, and what a beautiful morning it is.
Unbelievable. It is 7 o'clock here in Belize. This is not the same time as ship time. We booked the Belize cave tubing with lunch. We're meeting our group inside of Diamonds International. There are restrooms available inside if you need them before boarding the bus.
You can buy some diamonds while you're on the cave tubing.
Can you believe it? They have Diamonds International here. A port with Diamonds International.
We'll buy the diamonds when we get back so you don't lose them.
It was just my birthday, this cruise, you know?
Energy right here, my friends. I like to say we tour guide, we're hype, we're fun people, but it also depends on you guys. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't get that photo, Google it. It's here too, right? Alright, my friends, what time did you all get up this morning? 6:30, was that early? Yeah. Too early? I got up at 2 o'clock this morning. I was destroyed by the hurricane. You're gonna see clouds in the yard, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, today you are actually in a Christian country, right, ladies and gentlemen? Right? And I want you to notice the way that they're buried. How do you think? Above or below ground? Above, alright. Now this cemetery right here also made it in the Guinness Book of World Records for having an international highway passing right through it, right? Research found out it is located right here in Belize waters. Okay?
The bus ride to the cave tubing is about an hour and 20 minutes. What's gonna happen here is once we're in the gate, we do need to get off the bus and get onto a second bus, which will take us over the hill to the cave tubing and zip line area.
Bumpy ride.
We have arrived in the jungle. Thank you for visiting Chukka, Belize. Now this area has kind of a market vibe to it. You can buy hats here, you can buy shirts, t-shirts, there's bug spray, some drinks. They even sell the waterproof pouches for your cell phones. Now they do require you to have shoes with a heel on them. So the minimum would be like water shoes or Crocs with a heel strap for you to do the cave tubing. So they do sell that stuff here as well if you don't have it. This is the area where we're gonna grab lunch after the cave tubing. They've also got a bar here.
Now we rented a large locker for $10. It was big enough for the two of us to share, and conveniently there are restrooms and change rooms in this area too. Now to go cave tubing, you do need to be at least 40 inches tall.
Are we all good, guys? We're ready.
I'm excited. This is really cool.
I'm excited too.
So we have about a 15-minute walk to the caves. So we get to go on a jungle tour. Hopefully there's no jaguars. You got your tube? This is where we'll come out of the mountain when we're done cave tubing, and from here it's about a 20-minute walk where we start.
Start the hike through the jungle, about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, and then we go up, we float down through the caves, and this is where we exit, okay? So watch your steps, follow me this way.
That's not bad at all.
This is warm. So this is where we come out. So we have to hike around to the other side.
Are you having fun?
I am.
It's a pretty easy walk, eh?
Yeah, there's
You gotta watch.
rocks and things to watch out for, but it's a little bit of elevation, but it's pretty easy. It's beautiful out here in the jungle.
Good in the jungle, okay?
Is that the big ants that I'm seeing on the...
What is it?
Termites. You can eat them. Apparently rich in protein.
It's huge.
If you're hungry, you can have some. That one's closer for you to go get.
Yeah.
You're hungry?
Do you want some lunch?
Yum, yum, yum.
No.
Termites for lunch? Some companies will bring the tubes up here for you. With the excursion we're on today, we had to carry our own tubes up. Now that's the entrance to the cave system right there.
All right. We're not in a rush, but yeah.
Hey, babe.
Which way are we going?
It's gonna be shallow. I'm gonna be asking for butts up, okay?
Okay.
Butts up. Butts up. No, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. Stay on the tube. Stay on the tube.
Do we still have to have our butts up?
Butts down.
Butts down? Alright.
If you're heading into the wall, do not push up hard, okay? Because you're gonna flip.
This is cozy. Super cozy. And the water feels warm.
Yeah.
It's good.
Beautiful cave system. We're going to be doing 2 cave systems, 2 of the 19 kilometers.
Look, are you looking up? How old is this cave?
What?
How old?
Very old, over 260 million years old.
Wow.
The geologist, this part of the world was covered by water. Earth movements added decided, leaving back corals, sea creatures. That's where limestone came about. Beautiful cave.
There's a bat. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful cave system.
Look at the bat.
That's inside this cave.
It's gorgeous.
This is really cool.
It is really cool. Oh, it's sparkly again.
today though. The water is eroding for quite some time, getting exceeding deep, and then eventually collapsing.
He said that was a sinkhole.
There they go.
Where my square light is, right where my square light is, there's a button there.
I'm hungry. Up in there. That. I see one. See right there. Little black thing. Sorry.
How was that?
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was relaxing too.
Really gorgeous in here. And this is where we crossed at the beginning.
And a short little walk back to the main area to get our complimentary lunch.
So that's what the lunch looks like. That comes with
Chicken, beans, rice,
coleslaw. That's good.
If you're hungry for more food, you can get some cheesy fries, buffalo wings, tacos, nachos, all that kind of stuff right here at the Jungle Grill.
If you want to grab some souvenirs, inside the large building here, they do have a little souvenir shop, and you can get all your Belize gear right in here. If you need hats or need sun shirts, swim shirts, t-shirts, or just toys, they've got it all here for you, as well as alcohol and anything that you might think of that you want from Belize. We're gonna head on back to the cruise port. It's time for us to leave. It's about an hour and 20-minute ride back to the port. That was an awesome time.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we're back here at the port doing a little shopping before we go back onto the ship. So it's pretty busy here, people lined up to get back on the ships. There's 3 ships in here today, so we'll go through some of the stores and stuff here, check them out. Nice shirts.
Yeah, very Caribbean looking. All of these shops are in the secured area of the port, so you feel safe to venture around and go shopping. The prices are pretty typical for a Caribbean port. T-shirts for $13.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal for a t-shirt here in Belize. You can also grab different kind of surfboard plaques and all sorts of Caribbean stuff here. They do have the Harley Davidson Belize here as well. And you can also grab a drink and enjoy the swing set before you take your photo with the Belize sign. This is a long, long line. Back to the ship.
That was a long wait.
45 minutes.
In the sun. There's some coverage, but it was hot. Hot, hot, hot.
What do we have here? A seal, I think, or maybe a walrus, baby walrus or seal. Welcome to the family with your friends. We made it back to our room.
Just now, it's 4:20.
And we got in line at 2:50. It was a long trip back to the...
Long, very hot.
Yeah.
I started worrying that I was burning. Had to pull out the sunscreen.
Yeah.
And other people were too, because even though there was some shade, like my feet and stuff were in the sun, so it was really hot.
So, yeah, longer than we expected, but we're back.
Yeah.
And the air conditioning in here feels really nice. It's elegant night.
So we gotta get cleaned up and get ready to go eat.
Yeah, we've got our 5:30 standing appointment, so that's what we're going to be doing shortly.
So now that we're back from our excursion and cleaned up and ready for dinner,
We're just about ready to leave, so
let's talk about the excursion though while it's fresh in our mind.
that's one of my favorite excursions.
It
We've done it before. It's definitely one of my favorite.
It's magical.
Yes.
To be able to float through a mountain, through a cave system, very cool. But I have a couple tips or pieces of advice. Check your paperwork the night before, because with us we had a slight change in time.
Yes.
And they started loading even sooner than was said on the paperwork.
Yeah.
You would have been fine regardless, but they want you ready to. They want your tickets out. They want you to be wearing the sticker on your shirt showing which excursion you're with.
And which group, yeah.
Yeah, you need your sail and sign card, government issued ID. I'm not sure about the age there. And Was there anything else? And your tickets.
Yeah, and your ticket. So yeah, watch that because again they changed the time, and then they did start even boarding sooner than the time. So you wouldn't have been late if you showed up right on time, but they did get things going right away and very promptly. And they also, one thing I want to mention, if you're on deck 1 and there's a couple hundred people outside your room standing there, it's probably because they're lined up for the excursion. So maybe keep that in mind. If you're not going on an excursion, some of those rooms had a lot of people lined up outside of them at 7:15
For a long time.
For a long
too.
time. So,
Yeah.
But the excursion was great. We did have a couple of stragglers who missed the bus, and we were starting to drive away, and they said, no, stop, as he was counting. And our tour guide had to run back over the hill, find them, and then they were buying beverages, of course. And then they had to get another bus to bring them back over because you switch buses. So it did delay us about 15 or 20 minutes. So pay attention so you don't miss your bus because you don't want to get left behind.
I do wish that we had clarified with our tour guide and asked for an estimated time. Because he told us he would be with the last group coming over, and then we had to listen for the announcement.
Yeah.
I felt a little stressed the whole time because I wasn't sure, was I supposed to go eat or wait for them? And then I spent the whole time just waiting to leave.
Yeah.
So if I had known, you have at least 45 minutes or half an hour,
And
then I would have enjoyed
they are doing
that.
announcements, but we didn't hear the announcement for our group because I think our tour guide had been working with a slower group, so it just, anyway, it was all good, but maybe just clarify when you go there just how much time you're going to have for lunch and that sort of thing after.
It would be helpful. Another thing real quick, for people who are slower at walking, I felt that they felt pressure to try and keep up.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's a little intimidating when your group is like way ahead of you. So know that they do move pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So that's one thing to keep in mind. But it's a great excursion. I really enjoyed it. The water was refreshing, and this time of year it was very comfortable to be out there.
Yeah.
It was really
I
nice.
enjoyed it. So.
But remember the sunscreen for when you come back into port, because that's when we really needed it.
Yeah. Awesome. We're going to head for dinner, and yeah, we're excited about tonight. Elegant night.
It is elegant night.
By the window again. Well, we are back in our room from a very, very busy evening.
Very full of so many events and so many things that have happened today.
There's a lot going on the ship, and it's still going on right now. But let's start out with Elegant Night in the Horizons restaurant, and we'll share with you what we had. Then we'll move on to some of the other stuff we did this evening. So, Elegant Night. Do you want to start out with what you had, Andrea?
Yeah, I think we actually had some of the same things.
We did, I think.
Oh yeah. I did a little bit different. I went with the sourdough bread, which was really good.
I had that as well.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was really good. And then I went with the cream of mushroom bisque. Now,
Bisque?
bisque? Is it bisque?
I think so.
Okay, maybe bisque. I don't know.
It was soup.
I say cream of mushroom soup. Usually mine comes from Campbell's can. So
Yeah, it wasn't Campbell's.
No. I was actually expecting a thicker cream of mushroom soup, and this was like a little more on the runny side. It was still really good, but not exactly what I was expecting.
I didn't try it, but I've actually had it before, and I enjoyed it on a different trip.
Yeah, and I felt like this was different.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't seem like as creamy. It was like thinner, which is probably a good thing because I ordered way too much stuff. So maybe it's better. It was a little on the lighter side.
Yeah.
It's a perk. And then I had the blackened pork tart.
I had that as well.
And that had pineapple in it. Which was like that nice
it was,
sweet
yeah,
and that.
It was like tangy on top.
The mixing of flavors was really good.
3 of them on the plate. I really liked it. I would order it again.
Yeah, I did too. I really did.
I also had the baby spinach salad, and there was like feta and stuff on there as well.
Blue cheese.
Blue cheese? Okay.
Yeah, that's why I warned you. I said it's blue cheese.
Well, it tasted like feta. It was good. I enjoyed that. I would order it again.
See, that's why I didn't order it, because I don't like blue cheese.
I went outside of my box because I always get a Caesar salad, so I'm like, I better do something else. So, yeah.
I don't like blue cheese.
Okay, well, I enjoyed that. Maybe I need to start ordering blue cheese. All right. And again, it was Elegant Night tonight, so tonight was lobster night.
Okay, and I think the waiter misunderstood me, okay? Because I actually prefer prime rib.
Yes, there's prime rib and lobster, plus a whole bunch of others.
Yeah. I prefer prime rib over lobster, but then I feel like I never cook lobster.
You don't cook lobster at home?
No, there's a lot of things I don't cook. I cook beef and chicken. That's about it. Sometimes pork.
Yeah, but mostly, yeah.
Beef and chicken,
Yeah.
right? So to do something like lobster is totally out of my wheelhouse. So it feels like a shame to leave it.
Wheelhouse.
Yeah, wheelhouse. Thank you.
It is late. We're tired. We've been up since early.
Anyhow, I thought, well, maybe I'll get the prime rib and I'll ask if he can just bring just the lobster tail.
Well, and I thought that was a great idea, so I was going to do the same thing.
And then lo and behold, it came 2 big plates of food. So, anyways, which was really good, but like that's way more than I can enjoy.
The lobster tail was good. I don't really like the risotto. That's not my thing.
No, but we don't really care for risotto in general.
No, but it comes with risotto and broccoli.
Well, I ate all the broccoli. There's broccoli on both plates.
I did eat the broccoli on both plates, but I did barely touch the
Because
risotto.
you didn't like the Brussels sprouts the other night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good boy.
All right. And then the prime rib came with a big potato, broccoli, and then they walk around with sour cream and bacon.
Real bacon,
Real bacon.
Not like fake bacon
Not
bits,
strips, but like little
nice,
bits.
actual, legit bacon.
And horseradish.
Yeah, which Ken's face told me it was hot.
Yes. The first bite was okay. It was the tears that came with the second bite.
I looked at him and he was like, and he likes hot food, so.
Yeah. So, and then the prime rib, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. And the potatoes are always good too, with sour cream and bacon.
Mm-hmm. And then dessert, one of our favorites.
Okay, well this is one of my favorite things from when we had creme brulee last time. It was like tapping the creme brulee
and
with the spoon. Yeah, it's like that hard crust top layer, and mine didn't have very much of that. So I
don't think yours had any hard layer. And mine had a little bit of the hard layer.
Yeah. I was kind of like, oh, it's like breaking the ice layer, you know? I was like, hey, where's that crunchy layer?
Yeah.
Anyways, it was still really good and really good with coffee.
Tasted excellent with coffee. I think that's one of my favorite desserts.
It's one of my favorites
here
too.
on Carnival. So.
Yeah, I really like
even if it's not crunchy on top, it still tasted amazing.
I mean, I gobbled it down in like 30 seconds, so I'm sure it was it was good, yeah.
Awesome. And from there we jumped over to the Punchliner, and I'm looking at my notes here. Mike Speenberg, I believe, was over at the Punchliner, the PG comedy.
He was funny.
He was really funny.
Like, the comedy on this cruise has been really strong, really funny.
I would say it's been
consistently
better on this cruise than our previous cruise.
Yeah, I would say. I would say because the comedy is geared towards adults and not towards children in the room.
Yeah.
Even though it's like cleaner PG content, it's entertaining for adults more.
Mm-hmm. So that was Mike Speenberg. More than likely he's not on your cruise if you're sailing on here, because they do switch it up. But if you see him, jump into his show.
Yeah.
We stopped by the White Hot Night party that was in the atrium for a couple of minutes. So TJ was leading that. He was up on the bar dancing. It wasn't a ton of people.
No, but it's in the atrium, which isn't huge.
Yeah. So people were getting into it. And
mostly younger kids and families.
Yeah.
Were part of that.
So there was actually quite a few people I noticed in the show and everything tonight wearing white because of that. So a lot of white. So then from there we went to, they did this show twice tonight. We went to the later one, the Playlist Productions Studio VIP, which is kind of a 70s
tribute to the music. It's supposed to be in New York.
Lots of dancing. New York, was it?
That's what the the write-up about is.
Lots of dancing. They have little platforms out in the audience, so they were up on the platforms out there. They had people, pre-selected people from before that would come out and dance from the audience. And
I'm not sure how they were selected. I don't know if it was from different events this week, but they had reserved seats.
I did enjoy the show the other night better than this one, but it was still entertaining and lots of lights and visuals going on. Lots of good singing in there. So that was the Studio VIP. And then right now is the Silent Nights on the Lido deck. So where you wear the headphones and they play music and everybody's dancing. It's supposed to be dead quiet, but everybody was singing when we were
That was
out there.
actually, it was really cute to see them
Yeah.
all shouting
Yeah, but,
and dancing together. That was fun.
Yeah, so that started at 10:30 tonight. It's probably winding down.
It
right
was
about
till
now.
11:30.
Oh, okay, so it'll be winding down
1.5
shortly.
hours,
So quite a lot of younger people out there
Yeah.
doing that. So yeah, they're not. The music only comes through the headphones if you haven't seen that before. So you're not hearing anything.
A lot of families are on spring break this
Mm-hmm.
week, so there are a lot of families on board, and so a lot of kids to join in on those events.
Yeah, no, for sure. Now, before we talk about this last thing, we're gonna say that he's okay. Let's just say that.
That's what we were told.
That's
yeah.
what we were told. He was
Yeah.
okay. So, we were in the elevator with a gentleman, and he told us, "Did you see the person who fell in off of the tender?" And we hadn't. It was right around the same time. So apparently, he showed us pictures on his phone. So we saw him in the water, holding onto a rope with his cell phone in the air.
So not a cruiser though.
No, not a cruiser. Sorry, it was one of the people with the tender, from my understanding, when he was trying to tie the rope to the ship, fell in.
And not at the pier. Like
No, out
right
in the
next-
sea. Yeah.
Right against the Vista, out.
Out. I don't know how far we are.
Like we're in Belize,
Miles
so
out
we're
from
like,
yeah.
it's a 20-minute tender. So
Yeah.
like
So
he's in
he was
the
okay,
ocean.
but they were showing us pictures of him holding onto the rope with his cell phone in the air so it doesn't get wrecked. And so that's kind of scary. So just be really careful. I know he was working and hooking things up, but just be really careful because
It's a reminder to us all to be,
Yeah.
when they say like go slow and be careful, yeah. Be slow, be careful.
yeah. So they pulled him back on. And,
Yeah.
From our understanding, he was totally fine, but
Which we're glad.
Which we're glad. So
Yeah.
just be careful when you're out there. And tomorrow is Cozumel Day. We're excited about that.
I am excited about Cosmo.
It's been a few years since we've been to Cozumel.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to go back. We're hoping to do some snorkeling and explore the town. It's gonna be a fun day. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on Cozumel tomorrow. We are gonna have an awesome day, but it is time for us to go to bed. It has been a busy, busy day. We were up really early and we're ready to go to bed. So have a wonderful evening and we will see you tomorrow in Cozumel. Take care.